of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
I don't understand why you're describing it as a hardship. Like, oh, we want you to join the path of light. It is a very long and difficult road to be a good person. I'm like, what? Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam, this is HMO4 Gaming. Welcome you back to Knights of the Old Republic here on the Switch. In the last episode, we raided a gangster's boss's hideout, killed him, killed Calo Nord, the bounty hunter, and we made it here safely to Dantooine, which is supposed to be a safe haven from Malak. Don't know how long that's gonna last, but hey, in the last episode, before we ended, we found out that the Jedi Council would like an audience with us because we were able to do extraordinary things and they don't really have an explanation for it. They want to talk to me closely. So before we do that, please hit like, hit subscribe, do all those things on down below. Carth and Bastila have already ran ahead, so let's head over to the Jedi Council chambers. But first, we're going to get accosted by a Karen Jedi, Bastila. I think that's
you
what her
there,
name is.
Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order?
To be fair, lady, if someone was giving me those, it'd be great. There should be an option to say, hey, can I have some? Back off, I'm not a Padawan. I'm just here with Bastila. I believe you are mistaken. I am not a Padawan. I am Adam. I came here with Bastila.
Bastila? I have heard of her. They say
I know
she's
you've heard
already
of her. She
mastered
literally
the
just
art of
ran
battle
past you like
meditation.
2 minutes ago.
Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes.
Alright, thank you. You're as exciting as a wet paper bag. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't come here to get scolded by you.
Please forgive the
I mean, she's not really
abruptness with which I
scolded.
first
She's just
greeted
really
you.
confused.
It
You
was
know, I
harsh
guess
and
normal civilians
perhaps
don't run
unfair.
around the Jedi Enclave.
My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
And when it gets to story prevalence, Bela actually has some relevance. So if we do a certain dark side action, basically kill somebody, she will in fact succumb to her dark side tendencies, and she will leave the Jedi Order. And we would meet her later on a Sith world, which is interesting. It's one of those things, like, if you didn't know what happened and then you see her later in the game, it's like, oh my god, that's cool. I love when games do that. Oh yeah, and without further ado, we should probably head in and see the Jedi Council. What up, Carth?
They're waiting for you inside.
Thanks, Carth. Alright, let's see what they got for me.
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook, Master Vandar, and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Dorak. Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with.
I'm just like how everyone has fancy names then, and this is the chronicler of our institution, Master Dorak. Which maybe I guess Dorak isn't a very common name. I guess it is for me because I grew up with a kid with a last name named Dorak, but whatever. So you draw me into your little trap, Bastila, what now? What an interesting comment. I thought the Jedi Council was on Coruscant.
Yes, the High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine.
And would you say the High Council for the High Republic? Some of those books that are coming out, some of the High Republic stuff, it's pretty good. I'd start with the Twilight of the Republic. I think that's the first one, whatever the first one was released. It's interesting, has some interesting moments, deals with a lot of hyperspace, and hyperspace is really new and all that. Definitely would recommend. If you don't have the time to read, definitely recommend Audible. They should definitely sponsor me at this point. What do you want from me?
Bastila tells us you are strong in the Force. We are considering you for Jedi training.
Excuse me? It's almost as like I was holding off my personal growth to be trained in your Jedi ways, so I have all the growth into the Jedi ways. Nothing would give me honor than learning the ways of the Jedis.
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this man. And I've already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi?
I mean, the foreshadowing isn't lost on me. If you've already played this game, you already know what that is, but I'm not going to spoil it in case you don't. I like you can lie here. I don't think you get dark side points, but you can just play along. Of course, great Jedi, I will learn your ways and follow the light. That just sounds like a lie. I'm willing to try my best.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training.
I don't really want to
though
do the high and
there are
mighty
rare
route.
exceptions in the history of our order.
Or
but
act like an
you
asshole.
are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak.
Recruits?
With Revan dead,
Are you certain Revan is truly dead?
God,
what if
the
we
game.
undertake to train this one
like
and
elbow
the
on
Dark
your
Lord should
side.
return?
we should discuss this matter more fully in private. Bastila, you and your companion must go. This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you
It
to
is
your
also
deliberations.
very interesting with that right there. It's like, man. I guess when you're playing it casually for like the first time, you don't even notice those kind of dialogues. Or if you've already played the game, it's like you're just mashing through all that dialogue. It's like, damn, when I'm actually listening to it, it's not even subtle.
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power. Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
This morning's getting stranger by the minute. First Bastila comes out looking like she saw a ghost, and now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting.
Alright. Did she say anything else?
No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right?
I had a rough night. It was a rough night. Let's go.
You got it.
Alright, and I mean, you really don't need to bring anybody. I guess we'll bring Carth and Zalbar. Oh, no, hold on. We want... I mean, I could bring Zalbar, because we're going to be going out in the field once we're all done with the Jedi stuff. I don't think we really need Carth for anything. I definitely want Canderous, which it'll come prevalent as to why soon. We're going to be dealing with a lot of animals. Yeah, I guess we'll have the firepower. Zalbar will have plenty of time to come with us. And Carth needs to level up. Obviously for us, don't even think about leveling up until you definitely would know the time. And might as well just work on toughness. Yeah, for my builds, at least for this playthrough, we're just going with, let's not get our dudes killed. Let's have them be super distractions. Which means we're just going to make sure and build the characters to make sure that they can take hits, they can last, and be distractions. And to make sure they have all the health in the world. Sure, we'll work on feats and stuff and how to attack pretty soon, but for right now, we're not going to deal with that. Carth has something he may be bothering with. This is a match between me and Carth, so let's talk to him.
Yes, what's in...
I want to discuss something with you.
You do? Well, fair enough. What...
I want to talk to you about these issues you seem to have with me.
I knew you wouldn't understand where I was coming from. Let me try to explain. You got the skills of an elite commando, and you saved my butt more than once. Between that and your facility with languages, I'm lucky you're here. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop watching you being wary. I'm just not built that way. Period.
The dark side route with him is also hilarious. So if you play this game on the dark side, you know what that is. But I can never bring myself in these games and its sequel to be the dark side because it really goes dark, especially in the second game. The stuff you do on the dark side route in the second game is crazy. Not built that way. That sounds like an excuse.
Maybe so, but I've been betrayed before by people. Well, it just won't happen again, that's all.
I mean, if you start assuming I'm going to betray you and tell me I'm going to betray you, I might betray you, so you gotta stop. It's starting to get pretty tired of this. No, of course it won't happen again if you never trust anybody.
Look, I'm not trying to insult you. This is just the way I am. No need to take it personally.
I'm beginning to wonder if you're even capable of trusting. Right, and how am I supposed to know that you won't betray us?
Me?
Yes, you. Why should I trust you after all? Why not? Accusing other people is good cover for a traitor. I probably shouldn't have gone down this route, but whatever, we're going with it at this point.
I don't remember ever saying anything about a traitor. All I mean is that if you're smart, you won't trust anyone. Not me, not Bastila, and especially not yourself.
And pretty pathetic advice. I wouldn't want to live like that.
Not all of us have the luxury of a choice. I'm conditioned this way. Sorry.
I don't need to know. So leave. I'm sure you don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it. What I want is to save the galaxy, if that's even possible. Why is whether or not I trust you or anyone so damned important?
Because it's
Why do you even
important,
care?
dude.
We
You gotta
don't have
learn.
time for this, so can we please just...
And I'm sure we'll talk to Carth in future. Alright, let's head back to the council. And here we are back at the Jedi Council, ready for them to tell me some
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
I mean, I guess that's a good assessment. You don't really know what they are. But wouldn't it be kind of crazy, burial mounds with something that advanced? You know, the door itself that's over there is pretty advanced. And I don't know what the locals are in this area, especially if they don't have any records of a burial mound. Also, how the hell does Bastila know we shared dreams? Like, it's not like at this point in the game we've actually discussed that or even said that, hey, we've been having the same dreams. But I guess, yes, they seem to be searching for something.
Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
Am I having visions now? I trust in your greater wisdom. I am having visions now.
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together.
Are you saying I'm joined to her?
You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
I don't understand why you're describing it as a hardship. Like, oh, we want you to join the path of light. It is a very long and difficult road to be a good person. I'm like, what? So you mean it's super easy just to be an asshole? I guess that kind of makes sense, but it's like, no wonder why we can't find good Jedi. It's like you're hyping up being a Jedi as being miserable. I was like, I thought we were supposed to be peacekeepers and nice dudes, super wisdom. But friggin' Vrook describes the Jedi as being friggin' hardship, angry, difficult road, miserable. It's like, dude, come on. You don't have to work a day in your life and you get to talk down to people. I guess that would eventually make people miserable. I will try my best.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
I also, again, want to point out that it's like, oh, our numbers are dwindling. I was like, yeah, because you make the Jedi seem like they're a bunch of dum-dums, essentially, for lack of a better word. And then, you know, it's like, oh, we sent out people and they never returned, and I fear Malak's going to find this place. I was like, Malak trained here. He absolutely knows about the freaking Jedi Enclave. Revan and Malak studied here. So I don't understand why you think he doesn't know about it. Like, that's the one problem with this game. It's like, oh, Malak, we should be safe here from Malak. He will not think twice about attacking. Yeah, no, he's not going to walk up to the front door by himself. He's going to get his giant fleet and bombard it. And then even Master Vandar's over here be like, oh, it's only a matter of time before people find this Enclave. I was like, no, it's a matter of time before he feels like doing anything about it. He is fully aware of where this is, but I digress. Jedi are turning to the dark side? No way.
The lure of the dark side is not easy to resist. Malak's power grows as more and more planets fall to his conquering armies.
Oh no.
If Malak is not stopped, the Republic will fall, and the Jedi will be hunted to extinction. The galaxy will enter a time of darkness and tyranny, not seen for 1,000 generations.
The Council has decreed that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of, once the Council deems you ready.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted, and perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
Again, I understand it's a video game, and I'm sure it's been pointed out in a bunch of other Let's Plays before mine, but, oh, we sent out a bunch of Jedi to stop Malak's advance, and none of them returned. I don't know what happened to them. Here, at this point, let me send an untrained human male to some ancient ruins along with one of our technically Padawans, because Bastila is not even a Jedi yet, she's a Padawan, to go see what's going on. And we don't want to go do it? We can't be bothered? Especially when it has to do with the Dark Lord of the Sith and his master? But nah, I guess I'm ready to accept it.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before
How do
we
you
send
know?
you
I
to investigate
literally
the
just
ruins,
arrived.
you must be
My
trained
character
in
has
the
no
ways
idea
of
who
the
you
Jedi,
are, and you have no idea
so
who
that
I
you
am.
can
So how the hell
resist
do you
the
know I'm
darkness
headstrong
within
and all
yourself,
this?
within all of
Assuming.
us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
As you wish, Master Vandar.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. A Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing. In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You have done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully into the Jedi Order. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy.
Yes, Master. What must I do to prove myself?
In the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations, you must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
And one of them is making my lightsaber, another one is passing a multiple choice test, and the other one is going to save someone from the dark side. You know, easy test. I'm ready for these tests, Master Jar.
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
Now, you could go back and talk to Master Dorak, and he'll tell you all about what the Jedi Code is.
Greetings,
yeah, I've kind of done this so many times. He's like, yes, in the traditions...
There is no emotion.
There's no emotion. They got the peace.
There is no ignorance.
There's no ignorance because we got the knowledge.
There is no passion.
There's no passion because we got serenity, clear of mind.
There is no chaos.
There's no chaos because everything is in harmony.
There is no death.
And there's no death. There's only the Force.
You have learned your studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi, the very symbol of our order, the lightsaber. The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, each Jedi must construct his lightsaber with his own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
Essentially, we're going to be talking to Master Dorak, and we're taking another multiple choice test, and he's going to determine what our color would be, which you don't really have to go with it. You can literally just pick your own. For the purposes of this playthrough, because I'm a super skilled guy, we're just going to be going with Jedi Sentinel, but it's always fun to take the little test.
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order.
What colors are there?
Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side.
So I can just summarize. Basically, Jedi Guardian are weapons masters. They're all about combat. They're basically the front line. Not soldiers. They're not soldiers. They're keepers of the peace, but that's essentially what they are. They do lots of feats. They got lots of feats every level, but they don't really use much force powers because they're not about that stupid, nerdy mind stuff. But they also, with their special attack, which is if you choose a normal physical attack and the enemy's far away, he'll do a force jump. And I think it does more damage. I don't know. It just looks cool. Jedi Sentinels is like a scout. They get lots of skills. They're proficient in both weapons and the Force. And as you can imagine, Jedi Counselor, they're basically all about casting the Force powers, using Force powers, having all the Force powers, and they don't really get too many feats, and they only use their lightsabers when they absolutely have to. Once you get to the end game, you'll be using your lightsaber probably very little because people will just start dying to your Force powers, which is cool and all, but we're going to go with Jedi Sentinel because we're a mix of both.
Indeed. We shall see. I will now... A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs.
They're menacing her. What should you do? Well, they're menacing her. Stop the thugs and find out what they're doing.
Indeed. You are in combat...
They're in combat with a Jedi, Dark Jedi, and you have a pause in combat. What do? Turn away from the dark side. I kind of don't like these choices. Find out why he turned to the dark side and try and turn him. No. I mean, this is basically kill him, and yeah, let's find out why.
Yes, I suspected as much. There is a locked door.
Locked door, what do? Do you smash the door with your lightsaber? Do you pick the lock? Do you knock? Well, we picked the lock. We want all the XP.
I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, The final
Last question's
question.
kind of telling as
You are the
well.
head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do?
Well, we gotta coordinate, obviously. I mean, yeah, try and fight them, try and fight them. How about we work with the planet's government so they don't hate us and get all their innocents killed when trying to do these two?
Yes, I thought as much.
He did
As
not.
I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi consular. Which color and
Oh,
path do you
interesting.
believe yourself most suited to?
I thought I went
Apprentice?
down the questions for Jedi Sentinel, but whatever. Yep, no, we're going with Sentinel for right now.
Here is a yellow crystal for your...
And then we go back and speak to Jar. Now we're a Jedi. So this is primarily why we weren't spending any skills or anything in our scout class, because now we have a prestige class. Get our persuade up because we're going to be persuading people. And work on we can't work on security. We'll just work on persuade. Persuade is very powerful in this game, and it just bypasses some things that we don't want to do. And we can just work on that by putting those two as well. For the purposes of this, yeah, I know we could just go with basically trying to get our feats, but I want to make sure we're as bulky as possible. And since we're a dexterity-based character, making sure we're deflecting those force power bolts. Always, always, always. Got to start with force boost. And we might as well go with force valor, casting those buffs. I like how I like skid across there a little bit. Got 2 more points. Put some treat injury, persuade, some more powers. Might as well do some force aura. Grants temporary +2 to defense and saving throws, which is very useful. Again, I know I'm not like a Jedi consular or anything, but you know, some wisdom to make sure we're offsetting our skills with force points. Again, I don't know if this is good. I'm just generalized thinking, hey, this is probably what I should put in. Yeah, I might as well just keep getting persuade and awareness up. We're super Jedi. If we need some doors open, we'll figure that out. And I just like working on our own skills. Like I can already get Master Jedi Defense. Deflect certain items may apply a bonus or permanently this ability. Basically, it gives me a +6 bonus to all blaster and bolt deflection. So if we're going up a bunch of blaster users, that'd be great. And Jedi Sentinel, once we get to level 12, I'm pretty much immune to stun and any kind of force senses, so they can't touch us, which is nice. They can't basically touch us because we're all Jedi Sentineled out. Let's just make sure we have some health, so we're not getting bodied. Get our basic Jedi powers here. Got some health. And this is why you don't want to level up in the beginning, because you want to just make sure that you always have levels to actually dump into your prestige class, which is being a Jedi. I mean, ultimately, we're going to be needing stun droid, but for right now, we'll work on getting stunned, because stun is fun. Because if we can stun them, then we can attack them. Their defense is cut in half, and look at that, 21 defense. Unfortunately, for right now, however, we can't really wear armor, because if we wear armor, we can't use our Jedi powers, which is unfortunate, but we can keep all of our other equipment on for right now, though. Plus, anyway, I mean, I lose a little bit of defense, but once we have our lightsaber and our buffs, like if I cast, what is it, Force Valor, I think, that basically increases a bunch of our stats and makes us hard to hit. And if we have Force Speed, basically, again, it gives us all more plus multipliers, and I think Force Aura gives us the defense bonus. So I had 20 some with armor. With my buffs, that puts me up to 20, and I'm legit just wearing normal everyday clothes, which is fun. So, and we're all buffed out. And unfortunately, on the console version, there isn't a way to toggle off the whoosh force speed thing. That's kind of cool. It's cool. You're augmenting your abilities, so everything should be a blur because you're running fast. If you saw episode 1 with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon running down the hallway after the destroyer droids, yeah, they essentially tried making it look like that. Because at this point, that movie just came out, I think, 2 years before this game, so whoosh. But anyway, let's make our lightsaber.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
Thanks, bruh. And you literally just go up to the little workbench, he dupes and dops, and all of a sudden we have our lightsaber. and that is our lightsaber. It's an energy-based weapon. We'll be getting into a boss fight towards the end of this planet, which we're not going to be able to use the lightsaber, but we'll get into that. We're definitely going to be using it for the time being. And that's our lightsaber. Look how cool we are. And the lightsaber still looks damn good, even though this game is over 20 years old. Master Jar, I did it. Look,
you have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strong in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
It's almost like he's saying, hey, search around Dantooine, you'll eventually find the cave. Where can I find... He just told you what these crystals do for me. What should I know anything about my light? Should I know anything about my lightsaber?
Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
Of course.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Carth hounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
You want me to go kill some? No. What's causing the corruption?
The Carth hounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
You know more than you're telling me.
I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
And then ultimately we're going to head into the grove, fight some Carth hounds, and find the source of the darkness to finish up our task to become a full-fledged Padawan in the Jedi Order. And I hope you join me for that. I'm sorry if this episode was basically a brief hero's journey montage of us becoming a Jedi, which, you know, it's a lot of talking. I kind of figured that's what this episode would be. And I hope you join me in the next one when we head out and do some combat stuff, do some Jedi stuff, and we take on whatever's tainting in the grove. But until next time, please hit like, hit subscribe, do all those things on down below. And as always, until next time, I have been Adam, this has been HMO4 Gaming, and this has been Knights in the Old Republic here on the Switch. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a great day.